Good day, everyone. Today we will talk about the global concerns driven by the climate change, focusing on the mitigation and adaptation processes. So, let's talk about the global concerns. These are the crises driven by the greenhouse gas emissions from fossil fuels and deforestation. In the Philippine context, our geography makes us highly vulnerable to stronger typhoons and extreme flooding, rising sea levels, and which threatens the coastal towns, and severe droughts impacting the agriculture. So we have strategies that can reduce the cost of the climate change. These strategies are called the mitigation strategies. First, we must use renewable energy resources rather than just burning fossil fuels. So we will shift to solar, wind, and hydropower. Because when we use solar energy, we can reduce the use of coal plants. Meaning to say, because coal plants is one of the big contributor of the climate change because it releases a lot of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So when we use solar energy, we can also reduce the emission of the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. And we also have wind. So by using those wind turbines, we can create a zero pollution environment. And last is the hydropower. So by using hydropower plants, although it can affect the rivers or the environment, but still the total impact compared to burning fossil fuels is more safer and cleaner. That is why it is very important to shift from renewable energy resources rather than just burning fossil fuels. Next, we have the reforestation, planting trees that absorbs carbon dioxide. So it is very important to plant a lot of trees because, as we all know, it absorbs carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide is one of the contributor to the climate change, that contributor to the global warming that results to climate change. Next, we have the energy efficiency, using cleaner tech and homes and industries. So it is being promoted to use those cleaner technologies. Say for example, instead of using incandescent bulbs, we can use LED lights because it still produces the same light, but it only needed a little amount of energy or electricity. We also have energy efficient appliances just like refrigerators and air cons. So by doing that, it can lessen the usage of energy from the coal plants, meaning to say the lesser carbon is being emitted or being released in the atmosphere. Next is the waste management, reducing methane from landfills. It is very important to have proper waste management because when we throw garbages like food scraps or other organic materials, when it breaks down without oxygen, it produces methane, which is a carbon, which is a greenhouse gas that is 25 times more stronger than carbon dioxide when it comes to trapping heat in the atmosphere. Also, we have the strategies, the impacts of the climate change that we can't avoid anymore. These strategies are called the adaptation strategies. First, we have the nature-based strategy, mangrove for coastal defense. So it's very important to promote planting and restoring our mangroves forest because aside from it serves as natural protection from strong winds and storm surge and strong typhoons, it also serves as breeding ground for a lot of marine life species, and also it prevents the soil from soil erosion. And the most important part is those mangroves forest or mangrove trees absorbs more carbon dioxide than the trees in the lands or than the forest and land. Next, we have the infrastructure, elevated housing and flood controls. So it is very important to adapt, especially for those people who's living on areas that can easily be driven by floods, to have elevated housing so that they can minimize the impact of the calamities that they can avoid anymore. And also we have the preparedness, early warning system, and community drills. It is very important to have early warning systems in order for the people to be aware if there are ongoing calamities or typhoons, and also we have the community drills in order for the people to be aware of what they should do in terms of calamities. And last is the agriculture. We have drought-resistant crops. So when we go back to what we said a while ago on the impacts of the climate change in the Philippines, we have severe droughts impacting the agriculture. So that is why drought-resistant crops is being promoted, especially for the farmers, in order for them to still improve their yields. So we have what they call genetically modified organisms, or the GMOs. These types of crops can still survive even through harsh environmental conditions. So by doing this, or by planting this type of crops, the farmers can still improve their yields and their production. So meaning to say, the climate change could not hinder the production of the farmers by using this type of crops or organisms. So in conclusion, a collective action is essential to build a climate resilient future for the next generation. That would be all. Thank you.